Last time on Utopia podcast, the party met up on the houseboat and made their way over to Mel's, only to find the house empty, a note left thanking the party for saving them from the cultists that they think were controlling the princess. After exploring the home, talking about what they should do, and finding a few magic items, our group heads to Bailywick College of the Arts, where Livy thinks he may know a necromancer that can speak to the dead that Godfrey found in the morgue. And upon trying to enter said college, Livy gets caught in some kind of force field, while Morgus begins to speak with a professor he sees standing in the courtyard. And that is where we find the party.
Crazy cat.
Black fur Tabasco.
In a beautiful robe, strides towards you, Morgus. Can I help you?
Oh, perhaps. Well, I don't really need help. It's my friend here, and Morgus will gesture to Livy. I'm not quite understanding why this happened.
Yes.
Do I recognize that bastard?
You do. His name's Thunder.
Oh.
And he just happens to be a professor, a wizard of necromancy. Yes, he caused quite a stir in the board meeting in which he resigned from his position, so I'm not surprised he's not allowed on the grounds.
Oh,
If I remember correctly, he called us all ignorant barbarians.
Is that an insult?
it can
is.
be.
And he was
I feel
going on
insulted.
about some kind of heretical Mysheria's lie. We need to confiscate the church. He's not going to be
Can I
allowed in,
talk?
I'm sorry. You can
Can I
talk,
talk?
yeah.
All
Just,
right.
I didn't say we need to compensate. I said we should be allowed to access material research. Thunder.
either way, I don't have the authority to let you in. It was a vote on the council after you left. The board had just decided you're not allowed on the grounds, Livy.
Well, so that technically means that you also don't have authority to hold him here either, then.
Oh, I didn't place the spell. I can't release him. I'm sure if he tried, he could move backwards. I'm sorry you think that, young one.
We need Thunder.
Earlier question, you
Is actually a good idea. I actually needed to talk to you specifically.
Me?
Yes, it's about your field in necromancy. My friend requires assistance in your particular field of expertise, and you're the one to talk to. So I was hoping to introduce you to.
Which friend? He looks around the group.
Godfrey?
Ah.
Godfrey puts up his hand.
Oh. How lucky for you. Yes, he shakes your hand, Godfrey. My name is Thunder.
Under pleasure. My name's Godfrey.
Nice to meet you. Nice to see a member of the Sanctum in the city.
Our work needs to be done. On that note, we are currently in the process of trying to help the princess out of our current situation.
Yes, there have been a lot of people coming here looking for ways to help the princess. What?
Have any of them asked you to talk to one of the victims?
No. They most certainly
That is what I'm
have not.
here to ask you to do.
Well, certainly. Sure. I do have a class I must get to, but I am available at about 4 if you all can hang around for about an hour and a half, or if you have something else to do.
I was gonna say, is Livy still frozen? Has Livy moved back?
Yeah, Livy refuses to move back.
Okay. I think
Fine if we meet you at the morgue. At
Very
4.
well. It might take me a minute to get there. A little after 4 would be great.
Wonderful. And how much for your services?
Oh, if it's for the crown. You know, nothing. It's a service.
It's most honorable. Thank you.
I think Morgus has like gently gone to Livy and like tried to like just very gently take an elbow and like pull Livy back to try to get like the momentum backward so Livy could be unfrozen.
Livy can move back. He just doesn't want to.
Do you
And
let
Morgus-
Morgus do this?
Yeah, fine. He looks a little bit salty, but he allows it. There's nothing more indignant than like fighting. There's nothing more childish, and he doesn't really want to be seen as childish. Although he's not happy about it.
Feet plop heavy on like the cobblestone street that leads up to the university here. Is there anything else I can help you with?
Yes, in fact, I'm a magic user myself, and I came across an interesting little magic ring that, unfortunately, I don't yet have the ability to identify. So if you or someone you know might be willing to do so, that would be wonderful.
That is a ring of resistance to necrotic damage. Necrotic energy.
It's useful. Thank you very much.
Mm-hmm.
Would there be a charge for that bit of knowledge, or?
I mean, that kind of spell. Absolutely not. It's my pleasure.
Thank you, Thunder. It's been a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
And your name?
Morgus, Bright Fate.
It's nice to meet you as well. I don't recognize your robes. Where are you studying?
Morgus, his jaw just sort of locks half open and he goes a little bit pale. I'm self-taught.
Very well. You're welcome to enroll in classes if ever you wish to do so.
That's very generous. Thank you.
A pearl is included in your student starting equipment.
Really? That's very gracious. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I'll take that under consideration.
And this child is,
My ward.
oh,
Yeah, he's not my actual dad. I just like saying that. I think it makes him uncomfortable. More Scylla than
I think you
know.
wanted to make me uncomfortable.
right. Well, I must be off to my pupils, and I appreciate the visit. I will see you later to speak to some souls.
Bye, Thunder. Olivia will like do a half wave and walk off. Man, that's Thunder is a know-it-all little prick about everything. which is even more annoying because he really knows his stuff about necromancy. Insufferable when he's right, but he's a pretty good person otherwise.
Never met anyone like that before.
Oh, shush your smarty mouth.
Where are you all going?
That's a great question.
I'm just gonna montage for like an hour and a half. What you all want to do?
Yeah.
Livy's a little bit annoyed that he spent 40 years in a university only to be blacklisted out of one argument. He's a little bit salty about that. Great role play, but Livy is salty.
I think Morgus is gonna sort of thumb the ring a little bit, as maybe if we're walking somewhere, and just kind of say to the party, is there any particular one of us who could use this? It gives you resistance to necrotic damage. I'm thinking maybe a frontliner?
I'm already
Might find it
resistant,
useful.
so either
Don't you just
Still
get really,
really?
really mad and then you're just resistant to everything?
Livy smiles and shows off his teeth.
Your fangs descend a little.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
In the scramble, there is no back or front line.
I think we should give Scylla more rings.
You're getting more broody as the days go on, Godfrey.
Probably the lack of sleep.
I was thinking it was a more
No, I feel
aesthetic
bad
thing.
for saying that, sorry. I'm sorry, Liffy. What?
It was just a joke. Ignore me, and like he like looks away and walks a little bit faster.
I think.
Do you give
at
the
this-
ring to Scylla?
Yeah, at this point, Morgus turns to Scylla. Could you use this?
Yeah, I suppose Ulu did make my gauntlets a little bit roomier. Nobody else needs it?
Well, I mean, it'd be good for anybody, but it's most useful where necrotic damage is going to be taken, and if you get up and in the fray more than someone like me, it'd be more useful for you than me.
Yeah, I suppose it couldn't hurt. Thank you, Morgus.
You're welcome.
She'll put it in her pocket for now. Because I'm doing the gauntlets at this point. It's just a hassle in the middle of a courtyard.
We got time.
You all have about an hour and a half to hang out.
They got any ultimate frisbee here?
Maybe somewhere, but not in the middle of a city.
Well, you said this was a university. I don't know. They got open spaces, don't they?
Have you ever been to an urban university? It's literally like
No.
3 blocks of school and like other just normal city.
Not sure. Temple University has a giant ass stadium and a track, and it is right in the middle of North Philly.
Yep. University of Washington in Seattle is an entire district of the city.
All right.
Loyola?
Lame as hell.
I understand this. I also went to one of those schools.
It's like a
There's
city
no
in
sports at this college.
yeah. It's where a bunch of nerds.
That I accept.
People can have hobbies, clubs, you know.
They're one of those weirdos who does like tabletop games and like that's their official thing. Yeah, who does that?
What's
All
wrong
right.
with that?
Great. Well, y'all do whatever you're gonna do for an hour and a half. I don't care what that is. And then you find yourself at the morgue.
We should pour over those things that we quickly shoved into the bag of holding before leaving the cultists' place
Yeah. We can do that.
What do we put in there?
during that hour. But we did that during that hour, and that's already done.
Yep. Takes about 5 minutes, and then Thunder in street clothes walks up. He has a nice suit, button-down shirt, sport coat, nice pair of linen pants. This is so exciting.
What is?
I don't normally just speak to the dead to help royalty very often.
I thought it was like your entire life's work to speak to the dead.
Well, yes, but they are normally long deceased individuals from times long ago. Sometimes their languages are hard to decipher, so we have linguists with us. It's different when their society has already crumbled. When you're a part of it, you're a part of the history, which makes it exciting.
You've never been just a little bit tempted to use that for other things?
Absolutely not.
I'm gonna.
Right.
You might be a little bit shocked at some of the things they say, or it might
For some
be a
reason, I
little
don't
bit
think he
distressing.
will.
Why do you say that?
Well, when I first started actually going out in the field and experiencing the adventures, there were some things that were a little bit scary and shocking.
What can be scarier than the dead?
It's not the fact they're dead, it's some of the things might be a little bit tragic, especially when it's more recent. I just wanted to...
Is conquering death not the most opposite of fear?
I just wanted to give you a little heads up.
Appreciated and noted.
All right.
I've never found death scary, really.
You are with the minority, my friend. And he gives you a pat on the back. Right, let's go. He looks towards Godfrey.
Right. Godfrey shakes his head out of it, the little wisp of smoke that started gathering around his hand dissipating into the breeze as he knocks on the door. To the morgue.
Your familiar Asimir friend opens it, wings tucked behind them. Oh, hello.
Hello.
Are you here to help?
I can indeed help, but I'm also here. If we could see one of the most recent victims of the princess, I've brought someone who could speak with them.
All of you?
No.
I would definitely like to at least observe.
Okay.
We can go to a cafe or something.
We are intending to help the princess today. We might want to start standing in line.
Yeah, I can go wait in line. I can do that. I'm good at waiting. Super good.
Okay. It's just kind of a small space and we need to keep working.
I'll go
two
wait in
more
line.
bodies.
You guys can take care of
Wait,
that.
there are 2 more people?
Yeah.
We'll stay out of your way as much as possible. We just need to talk to these people.
All right. Godfrey, you can come into the room. If the rest of you could stand in the hallway, you'll be able to hear fine, but we'll need the space to continue our work.
Got it. Is that okay with everyone else?
You don't want me to wait in line?
Hey.
Are these ghosts gonna look like... I don't feel like they're gonna be as nice
Sailor
as my
Morgus,
ghosts.
do you want to wait in the hallway or do you want to wait in line?
Wait in the hallway. Give us a shout if anything goes weird.
I'm happy to wait in the hallway, but if Ziba goes, I don't want Ziba going alone.
Fine,
Ziba, can
we'll
you wait
wait
in the
hallway.
All right.
All right.
Thanks, Ziba.
I'm getting my own ghost, though, if this ghost isn't friendly.
All right. You all head in. Godfrey and Thunder head into the small room with lots of metal doors and drawers. And it is a smaller space. There is a man, performing an autopsy on a body. And then the drawers. And there's really enough room to just kind of pull one of the drawers open and examine a body from that space while they continue to perform the autopsy on the other side. The rest of you just waiting right there in the hallway. There's no door separating the room from the hallway. So like I said, you can see everything. You can hear everything. It's just not being in the space itself.
I'm gonna go white as a sheet.
You see like the flaps of flesh pulled open around the throat or the chest as they examine inside. And all of you see a tiny little locust just like flutter up, then disappear and fall to the ground out of the chest.
Ziba has this, like, internal moment where she thinks back to the cultist that she still feels she wrongfully killed and just goes dead sheet white and looks maybe a little queasy now.
Hey, Ziba. Let's go out in that hallway.
Yeah, I'm in the hallway. I'm gonna sit down.
Livy will
Just like slide your back down the wall and sit.
Livy will like sit with Ziba and use like minor illusion to like entertain her. Like
With
show
what?
her like
What illusion?
a little fake battle.
Meow, meow.
And also
Of
cats.
It's a cat battle? Avocado cats?
Yeah. He'll make his little cat boy look like it's dressed up as a knight.
I'll just keep giving you suggestions, like, now make them friends, now make them enemies, now make them, like, forbidden lovers, but they can't be together, but they can, whatever, they can.
Great. Godfrey Ariel looks at you, and Thunder, I trust you know what to do. There might have been some rearranging, but you'll find the folks that you saw earlier. Let us know if you need anything.
Of course. And Godfrey will go find the body that had the armor welded to it.
Yeah. You start pulling out drawers, looking. And you pull out one drawer and you see the body of one of the cultists before closing it again. Right next to it, you pull out a body. There's a dwarven woman in full plate armor with the armor severely damaged and melted. Faceplate, chest plate, gauntlets, a whole shebang.
All right, I think this is one that would do.
Yes, all right. Talking to the dead. Let's do this. Pulls out some candles and he puts them on the ground around the outside of the person. He snaps his finger and they all light at once. He throws some salt. He says, now don't move while this is happening. You got it? Put some salt around the both of you.
Godfrey doesn't move and he doesn't breathe.
Right. Places his hands
He actually
on the
doesn't
chest
breathe.
plate, and his claws kind of tink a little bit on them, needing a little trim. He starts humming and chanting and whispering until suddenly you hear What? No. Where am I?
Hello, I'm Godfrey.
Sorry, I just made myself very lightheaded. Right to the brain. What? I can't see. I can't move my arms. I can't feel. Where am I? Thunder
You're in the morgue.
nods at you. Why? I'm dead.
You are, but maybe with your help, there won't be more that have died as you have.
Don't go to her. Don't.
What did you see in that room?
Our princess. She was... Everything had been removed from her room. Not a single piece of art. or furniture left. Just a bed with no pillows and no sheets. And her hands and feet were tied as if she were to be drawn and quartered. And the guards were nice, and then they opened the door and they let us in, and then they locked it behind us. And she was speaking in a language we couldn't understand. And her head spun all the way around, and she threw up so much on my friend, and then she died. And then I tried to help her, and then burning.
Sounds terrible, but that time has passed. There is peace before you now. You have time for a few more questions.
Thunder gives you a nod. I don't know what else I know, but I'll try.
Can you replicate what the language sounded like?
Thunder's head whips up and looks over at you. I know that language.
What language is it,
It's
Thunder?
not one written, but it's one that we've heard from the dead before. I would need to reference my journals, but I believe it's from a cave. No. A plateau? Ruin burial in Blomelda. It's very familiar.
We can hear all of this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Livy says, like, from the hallway,
What?
Thunder, after you're done, I know someone who only speaks in that language.
Don't throw her under the table. They're gonna think she's gonna kill her too.
All right.
Was there anything written on the walls?
No. No, not that there were weird shadows, like where the furniture had been for years, and then hastily removed and no one cleaned the walls. No drawings, not that I could see.
Was the princess responding to you taking violent action? Or did she attack you immediately upon you entering the room?
Not immediately. We tried to talk to her. Our wizard tried to figure out what language she was speaking. I don't know what happened to him.
Did we try comprehend languages on the snake go?
Yes, I did.
Do I have more questions that I can ask?
That's it.
Thunder kind of nods at you. You'll rest now. Thank you for your service. Places his paws back on the armor and releases, and all the candles go out. Kicks a little bit of the salt on the ground to break the circle. Well, that was eventful.
Psst, hey, come here. No, I'm not here to tell you anything new about dice. You know, they're weirdly collectible, they're totally necessary, they're crucial aspects of gameplay that you just never seem to have enough of. But I do want to tell you about our new partnership that all of you could benefit from. Look, Ogopogo Gaming is a 100% women-owner, queer-owner dice and gaming company out of Philly, and they've offered to give all Utopia viewers 10% off online orders. Just visit ogopogogaming.com. That's OGOPOGO gaming.com and use promo code UTOPIA, that's UTOPIA, at checkout. You'll get 10% off your dice and you'll be supporting us. It's so cool. It's awesome. Now go get some dice and roll them. Oh, hell yeah, it's the 19. Let's go. It was. Thank you, Thunder. And Godfrey pushes in. If you could go reconvene with my party, I'm going to see if they need more help here.
Absolutely. And Thunder heads out to the party. Godfrey
will nod towards the party as he does. And then...
Right.
You see Ariel and her colleague just standing, instruments in hand, kind of staring at you. As you walk over. Well, that's not normal, is it?
What?
What she described?
No, but I mean, we were aware that this wasn't normal.
She looks over. We have legends about this kind of a thing.
How did those go?
I always thought it was silly, but sometimes something nefarious or fiendish will enter the body of someone else to control them for their will. And when they do so, our magics are not held in our body, they're held in our souls, and that magic goes with them when they enter that body. Grants powers that people maybe never knew that this person had. It makes sense. Enanoth was never a druid. It's not druid magic cast on her, it's druid magic in her.
Hmm.
Do you know of a way to remove something that is possessing someone?
No.
Any legends
It
about
just
that?
was a nighttime story our parents told us to... Well, we thought they told it to us to make us behave. And Squib looks... kind of nods at you, Godfrey.
All right. I'm happy to help out with work here.
You don't want to
Before we
help
leave.
the... We have this, that's okay. I think the princess needs you.
Thank you. Godfrey will leave.
You hear the flutter of wings as Ariel kind of spreads them wide throughout the width of the room, shakes off some dust, and almost like a shiver or cold chill. And Thunder pauses as he walks into the hallway and kind of listens to that conversation as well, before you all convene in the hallway and then begin to walk towards the front door.
Thunder, I take out my journal and the drawings I did of our snaky friend drew. Do any of these look familiar to you?
Kissing? knives. They're all familiar emotions or objects.
It's the person I was talking to that spoke this language. This is the only other way she could communicate.
Are they obsessed with love and revenge?
I think she was obsessed with a god of love and revenge.
There's no god of love and revenge. There's only my Shiria. Praise my Shiria.
Scylla nods.
Sure, man. Okay. Sure.
I met her.
But regardless of your religious beliefs, other people have different religious beliefs and might be acting on those.
Do they? Really? I've never heard of such a thing.
Just 'cause you
Mysteria has
never heard
only
of
been
it doesn't
around
mean
for
it's not
100
true.
years. Or at least the religion.
Well, yes.
What do you think people
And-
worshipped before Mysteria?
My Shiria.
Aren't you an archaeologist? They don't all tell you that, do they?
They do.
What?
My parents were around before, and they certainly did not worship Mysteria.
No. There is only the grand and great my Shiria.
Scylla nods again.
I must go. I am going to go to my study and look and confirm my thoughts about when I heard this voice. And
All right.
where shall I find you all?
Standing in line?
We have a
Or are we
new
not ready
place
for
of
that?
address. And he says, I say the place, the house, the spoopy house we just acquired.
Oh, nice cottage in the country. I never thought that would be your style, Devi.
It's a nice place to read. But my P.O. box still works.
Great. Fantastic. I thank you for the adrenaline rush, for the adventure, and let me know if you ever need me again.
All right, of course, Thunder.
Will do, Thunder.
He turns and he begins walking up the road.
As soon as he leaves, Livy just like, oh my god. You see why I had to leave? Everyone's like that. Everyone but the students. But then eventually the students except a few. It is
Incredibly
the most
helpful and efficient.
infuriating thing. They're very efficient, they're very nice, but the moment you say something they don't agree with, they lose their collective minds. They're academics. Sometimes knowledge in history isn't what you want it to be. And it's fine. Not everyone wants to be a historian. But if you are a historian, then you should get over yourself. Sometimes our profession isn't as squeaky clean as we like it to be. And if you don't like it, get another goddamn job. Or my Shiria job, or whatever.
Godfrey will just put a hand on Livy's shoulder.
Sorry.
And just give it like a gentle
Just
squeeze.
40 years of that. 40 years.
Marcus will
Well and good.
Okay, I'm good.
Morgus will just pull out a little scrap of blue fabric and just kind of hand it to you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Is that from your sewing project?
Might have been.
Feeling generous.
Do any of you know how to stop a possession?
You don't give consent.
It's too late for that.
Successfully? No.
You know, there's that book we found a while ago about this when the you know what were occurring. Maybe it has something on that. It's worth another look. If this is
What
at all
if we
connected.
just- I'll take a
It
nap,
does
and the dreams
seem
will tell
like
us.
something we could read about. Wondering whether it's worth going to the Bookish Brow or speaking to Linus.
I mean, like, we have the book. But yes, we should also look up these other things just in case.
What book are you talking about, Livy?
The one we discovered in the church. The one about summoning
all the
demons.
different gods?
And different
You do
gods.
have a
Demons.
book of summoning demons. That is correct.
My thought was, well, these things are very close to each other. The princess was extremely close to these people. Maybe the book has more about their plans that we didn't know about because,
Wasn't the princess friends with the demented priestess lady? That's no
she
more?
was. My thought process was looking more closely at that book. Now that we have different information, maybe we can learn more from it. I would need to do the ritual for comprehend languages, but...
Doesn't Morgus read that?
And Morgus can read that, that's right. Morgus the smarty pants.
I don't want to be reminded that again, but again.
The only reason I'm so hesitant the Bookish Brow is because it's tried to kill us every time we go there.
No.
Morgus, as Livy says that, give me a... No, I'm just going to give it to you.
Yeah.
You think back to that encounter that you had this morning. Not much time has passed, really.
Yup.
And you remember now, after thinking and sitting with it for a little while, this manticore was wearing a collar. Like one you would see on a pet. Just gonna give that little bit to you.
Oh, so it really wasn't
the
terrifying.
Occurs to Morgus. Two things are going to come into his head. Number one, he's going to think, I should have added that to the drawing. And number two, he's going to think about how well kept the collar was, if there was a tag on it, anything like that.
There was a tag on it.
Is there any chance I might think hard enough and remember, like, did I see writing or was it like just too dark and too far away?
You absolutely saw writing. You saw the name Merira, Merira.
I think that's probably what Morgus mutters to himself. Just like into his beard a little bit.
So should we go back to the Bookish Brow? Or do we think it's going to try to kill us again? Because I'm all for getting knowledge at the risk of my own bodily harm.
I'm
Well, I guess if we wanted to do a test run before going to the princess, we do now know a particular satyr lady who is probably also possessed right now.
We do.
We should really check in on her anyway.
We should. I mentioned her to Thunder, but I don't want her in Thunder's care. I think he would hand her over to people who he thinks would be safe, but definitely would not. I don't think he would do it deliberately, but I don't trust his judgment in these things.
I will trust your gut on that one. But before we go check in, does anyone want to go to the brow, or are we going to go there and slap around the satyr and see if the possessing fiend comes
Why are you
out?
so violent lately?
I'm just devoid of other options.
I mean, I'm partial to seeing if we can find any information about
Yeah, I would rather.
methods of exorcism.
I agree with Morgus. If this is an innocent old lady, I'd rather we not be. I would rather we look at other options before smacking her around.
Godfrey looks back at the morgue. All right, let's do it quick, though.
How about this?
Right.
We have one group who checks in on her, and the other to make sure she isn't hurting anyone, and no one is trying to hurt her. And the other group does the research to see if we find out anything about exorcism.
I think part of visiting her is to try what we learn about exorcism on her to make sure that it will work
Yes,
on the princess,
but
right?
also I'm scared that people might be coming after her, and I would rather her be guarded until we learn the information to use on her.
I'm happy to go and sit with her.
Are we gonna go visit?
I'll go too.
Morgus, you want to do a bookworm journey with me?
Yes, but we should make it quick.
Yes.
All right. Morgus and Livy head to the Bookish Brow. Godfrey, Ziba, and Scylla head back out toward the homestead, having to take the long way around because of Godfrey's radius clause with the carousel court.
It's not like they have a ruler and they're measuring it.
Let's have one person from each party roll.
14.
Oh, you, Liz.
15.
All right. Great. Scylla, knowing where the homestead is, Ziba, you could probably get there. Don't pay a lot of attention, I figure, when you're all walking around. It's like kind of like not enough to like get to the place again, really, without some difficulty. Godfrey, you're very familiar with this place as well, but you all skirt around the outside, passing the line to the castle, heading out past the inn that you came out of, past the Thieves' Thicket, all the way back around, up the forest line, up the coast, to the homestead. Takes about half an hour, if not 45 minutes, to get up there this direction. And you see the satyr woman and the person in the blue and white uniform sitting on a bench outside a little pond with a fountain going. And you hear her sha 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 sha. She like is sketching in a pad.
Scylla waves from a
And it's
distance.
just back so soon.
Well, don't want her to get lonely.
Oh, we actually have a bed in the same room. I'm her official caretaker. It's nice to meet you.
Likewise, we realized we dropped her and took off quite hastily. But we wanted to make sure that she's settling in and if she's said anything different than what she has.
No, she's just, shashing. And that's fine. It'll be in her own time. She comes back to the language that she knows. That's fine. And we're here to hold space for her to do that.
Have you had anybody come through here like her before?
Not this specifically, but certainly refusing to speak or speaking in gibberish. That's pretty common for folks who've had a traumatic experience and They just kind of, need some time.
Well, we thought we'd check in. I hope you don't mind if we stay for a bit.
Please.
Sit with her.
Sure.
And I'm sorry.
She sees Ziba and goes, Shasha! Shasha! Oh, I got steak. I got some other knickknacks too now. You want to see what I brought? Shasha! Just sit down.
So cute. It's so wholesome.
I feel like I'm gonna try and like play games with her, but I'm gonna be like, do you understand the rules? And she's gonna pretend Shasha, and I'm like, okay, but like, do you? Because when you lay this down, you have to say Uno.
She draws a heart on the page of the book in front of her.
Like, okay. That's not how we play, but I like the heart. Very nice. Wait, are you saying the suit's heart? Sha. I think we're on the same page, but I can't tell. That's okay. I'm having fun.
Sha. What are Godfrey and Scylla doing?
Scylla, are you capable of detecting the thing you did with the Bodox to see when they were there?
Zilla looks over her shoulder, looks around, just sort of puts her hand up inconspicuously. Do I feel anything?
You feel a horrible blackness enter the pit of your stomach, and a tinge of like vomit smell hit your nose. It's very different from the Bodox, but it's there. It's coming from the satyr woman.
She immediately, her hand kind of coils and twists and gets kind of gnarled, and she grabs her stomach. And if there's anything to steady herself against.
Godfrey will act as a steadying agent.
Yeah, that's not great. She's in a lot of pain. She tries to shake it off.
So do you think it would be responsible to let the caretaker know? You know, that this isn't mental illness, this is possession?
You think she's going to believe us? What did you say your name was? I'm sorry.
Mariel.
Mariel.
Mm-hmm.
Mary. Okay.
Mariel. Yeah.
Do you have family that also works in healthcare?
I do. How did you know?
Just a guess. Quieter patients?
Patients, yeah.
This is going to sound we've just she works in the morgue, right? I'm not gonna mince words here. We think we can help. The reason we came back here is we think we can be helpful to this woman here. It's not an affliction of the mind. We think there's something plaguing her from within.
Oh.
And we'd like to help her. We're waiting. She looks to Godfrey. We're waiting on some more information. We don't want to hurt her. We don't know what this is, but we'd like to help.
Oh, great. What does that mean?
Well, it may mean extracting a deep-rooted evil from within her.
Great. And I guess to clarify, I'm asking, does she need to leave? Do you need a room? Do you need to speak to her privately?
Would you would facilitate that? A room would be, I think. Well, how close is this room to other patients in this facility? I think is.
Everyone has a room on the same floor.
Godfrey, do you have experience with possession and proximity to? Okay.
Oh.
I have no
Did you
idea.
just say the?
I'm sorry.
Oh.
Yes, she's currently a meat puppet for some fiendish force that is within her.
She just turns and runs.
Well, now we've.
I think that went well.
Yeah,
I
we've
think that went
frightened
well.
the orderly. Great.
You want to look at her drawings?
Yep. Oh, all right.
You see her, Scylla, chatting to the woman from the front desk that checked you all in, pointing and motioning towards you guys.
I think we need to go. I think we need to go.
What is that?
Hey, Zippa.
Godfrey, you see them as well.
Yeah.
Over to help.
I'm gonna gesture toward. I'm gonna get down and like offer if she'll let me, like pick up the woman, and I'm gonna start legging it off the premises with this woman.
Sha-sha! She just starts running with you, drops the book.
I pick up the book. We'd worked hard on those drawings.
Okay. I was. I waved to the orderlies.
Stop them!
Everyone else.
They'll never catch us now, gubbers.
I yell back. This was voluntary check-in. Run.
Where are you
Nice.
running?
Back to the house. Back
Where are you running?
Back to the direction of our house.
Where are you running?
Everyone, give me an athletics check.
I don't remember what my modifier is, but I'll just cold roll this.
Meat puppet.
10 plus whatever my modifier is. I think it's a 6.
Oh, dirty 20.
Nice.
I don't remember.
Ooh. Oh boy,
Oh,
that's
fuck.
picture taker. That is a total of 3.
Right.
Yeah, natural
The only
one.
reason mine was worse was because I stopped to pick up the drawing notebook, alright?
The satyr got a 15. What did you get, Ziba?
16.
It's enough, Ziba. I think you like bend down to pick up the book and like grab Godfrey by the arm and scoop him up as he like trips over his feet again and continues to
I just
run.
don't see why we're not just talking to them. Okay, let's go.
You run. The orderly's got a 3. You very quickly outrun them.
We got experience in not running people lately.
So we're not running for long then after we like.
No, you maybe run for like 5 minutes and then you don't see them at all and you're like, oh, okay, this is good.
God, we got a breath at this point, and we're like, okay, we can stop.
I'll slow it down.
The satyr woman like takes a few like bounces, lifting her hoofs off the air. Sha-sha!
I'm sorry.
That's fine.
I gesture to her and then I gesture back over to Godfrey and say, I'm sorry.
Are we playing hide and seek?
I don't think
Sha-sha-sha-sha-sha.
we want to get the city guard
we'll
involved in this before we know what we're dealing with.
We don't want the city guard involved?
Not with her before we know how to help the princess. I panicked.
Whoa.
I'm sorry. I panicked.
Okay. I understand now. I wasn't following before, but that makes a lot of
Wow,
sense.
blind trust. Just ran for it.
You make it to the
What was
cottage.
that about blind trust?
So you have a key that was left. You can unlock the door. Head inside.
We walk in. Is the cellar door closed and locked still?
The cellar door is on the outside, but it looks closed and locked.
Yeah, I think we should
And the
bolt
fish
it.
that were hanging to dry are gone.
There's something there.
Bolt that goddamn cellar.
They're the fish. Mess with me. Wait, there's a pond. Can we go swimming?
That is it. Thank you so much for listening. Dude, the amount of prep that these folks are doing, wow. I'm baffled and surprised and excited to see how prepared they can truly be before they go to this castle. I can smell level 5 in the near future. Can you? Can you all smell it? I can smell it. Intro and outro by Nolan Clock. Everything else by myself and the amazing cast. Have a great day.